Hello and welcome to BitBoy Crypto. So, don't forget we are having a contest, a $500 Bitcoin giveaway. We're going to pick 8 winners. I'll put the details behind me for that. I'm going to be putting it up every day for the next 2 months while we're running this contest. You're going to want to enter. You're going to want to be a subscriber. So make sure you click that subscriber button. And then all you got to do is comment on and like every video for the next 2 months. And you will be in the drawing. Like I said, we're going to have 8 winners. So plenty of opportunity for you to win. Okay, today we are going to be looking at my top 10 cryptocurrencies to keep an eye out for, not necessarily invest in unless that's the way that you take it, and if so, make sure you do your own research. But these are the top 10 cryptocurrencies that I am keeping an eye on for July. We're going to go through them pretty quick. This isn't going to be a super long video. I'm just going to give you kind of something to think about with each project. And like I said, if you do want to invest in any of these projects, make sure that you are doing your own research and you're not doing it just because I said it's a good cryptocurrency. I just talked about on my live stream last night about how I don't really like doing these top 10 videos during a bear market because, you know, during a bear market, it's hard, right? Pretty much if Bitcoin drops, everything's going to drop with it. So that's why you really have to be careful. And if you're going to be investing in a time like this, you need to be doing it with the word accumulation in mind. You're really just trying to accumulate whether the price goes down or the price goes up of any of these 10. In my mind, it would be good to try to accumulate any of them at this point. But as it is July, I think I can do a list for every month at least and tell you guys a little bit about what I'm thinking. So coming in at number 10, I have Icon. Icon is down 86% from its all-time high. It's been hit particularly hard. A few things we'll look at today on this list have been hit very hard since the all-time high. Icon is part of what's called the Interoperability Alliance, along with Vechain and Aeon. And I think that really Icon is one that I've seen a lot of hype about recently on Twitter. Now, you may sit here and say, oh, just because there's hype on it doesn't mean anything. Yes, you're absolutely right. But at some point, hype turns into volume. So if a lot of big influencers go say, hey, Icon is down a bunch, go buy some, then a lot of people are going to go do it. And I know I tell you guys to do your own research, but I'm smart enough to know that there's some people out there that they won't do that. So when there's a lot of hype on a project, especially when people are talking about, oh, it's definitely hit bottom, then it might be a good time to get in on it. And Icon is definitely one of those. And not just the hype, it also is a very solid project. So Waves coming in at number 9. So at the 2018 Blockchain Awards, Waves was awarded the cryptocurrency of the year. So it might be able to ride that wave into some nice gains this month. But I think it just goes to speak about the solid project that is Waves. It is a token launching platform. It's also a decentralized exchange. And also it has a wallet that's supposed to eventually be universal. So I think Waves is one to keep an eye on. So Ontology. Ontology is one that really fits into one specific thing that I really try to look for in cryptocurrencies I'm trying to invest in, which is it solely based on the price of Bitcoin? And Ontology is one that is slowly but surely starting to make its own path and move away from being so dependent upon what Bitcoin is doing. We've done a review on Ontology. There's a lot to like about it. Obviously, Neo and Ontology both kind of have overlap. They have a memorandum of understanding together to work together. So Ontology is one I definitely look out for this month. They also did just launch their mainnet as well in June. So I think that Ontology is one to definitely keep your eye on this month. And of course, long term, that is a big hold for me. I recently just invested in Ontology here over the last couple of weeks because it's really becoming a project that I see a huge future in. Next, we have Nano. So Icon was down 86% from its all-time high. Nano is another one that the reason why I picked it is because it is down so far. Right now, it's at 243, so it's actually up from where I bought it from when it was in a lower dip. But it got all the way, I believe, to $2.07. It was down like 96% at one point. And there's really almost nowhere for Nano to go but up. And Nano kind of blows my mind a little bit because it's such a good project. It has no transaction fees, and it's super, super, super fast. It is the fastest cryptocurrency out there in regards to transaction times. I believe it only needs one confirmation. The wallet I reviewed was really, really awesome. So Nano is one I've also invested in over the last couple of weeks, and I believe it will be making some big gains. All right, next we have NULS. NULS is another one of those projects that just, it's getting a lot of hype. People are talking about it a lot. Crypto influencers, whether it be on Twitter or people doing videos on YouTube, continuing to push it. We've also done a review on NULS. I think we've done a review on almost all of these that I'm picking today. But NULS is one that it's supposed to be a very, very, very fast network, maybe the fastest blockchain out there. And it's got a lot of support behind it. Right now, it is ranked at 101 on CoinMarketCap, making it the lowest ranked project I'm going to give you in this top 10 today. And of course, that makes sense that there's not a lot outside of that, because when it comes to a bear market and where we're at right now, really you're only wanting to invest in almost things that are surefire bets, either because you like the technology, they have a track record that is really strong, or, different things like that. So NULS is definitely one that has a lot of hype and is a really strong project. So very similar to Icon. Now, Icon has a stronger track record than NULS, but kind of the same reason for both of those. So next we have Binance Coin. So why did I select Binance Coin? It also fits my qualification of it is almost totally decoupled from Bitcoin. Of course, if there is a huge drop or a huge spike, the price will be affected. But day to day, it's not necessarily doing what Bitcoin is doing. And I really like that, aside from the fact that Binance is the biggest exchange in the world. It's the best exchange in the world. People may hate Coinbase, but they absolutely love Binance in general. Binance is the type of company that you feel like if you lost money, if it got hacked, like absolutely hacked from them, not that you got phished or something like that they would give you your money back. Now, obviously, if it was millions and millions and millions of dollars, then maybe not. But you feel fairly safe with Binance. Still not telling you should keep your money on that exchange. But Binance really is becoming a pillar of the cryptocurrency world. And Binance Coin is the token that fuels that. So I believe Binance Coin is a really solid pick for July. I expect it to have gains, whether or not Bitcoin goes up or down, unless, of course, it crashes down to like $2,000 or $3,000. Then it probably won't see any gains. Ethereum Classic coming in at number 4. The reason for this is very obvious. Coinbase has announced support for Ethereum Classic. And not only that, they said in the next few months. So the announcement was about a month ago. So you can kind of bet that probably over the next 2 months at maximum, Ethereum Classic is going to go on. Not on my list is ZRX that I also believe will be going on Coinbase. That is not included in my top 10 for this month, specifically for the reason that I think people are getting a little fatigued of the ZRX to Coinbase talk because it's been going on for so long and it hasn't happened, similar to what happened in January with Ripple. So I don't know if this will be the month. I think maybe we're looking at closer to August or September, probably for both Ethereum Classic and ZRX. But Ethereum Classic is going on for 100%. So when that was announced, you saw ZRX go down just a little bit, but still have a lot of faith in that project too. Ethereum Classic, I believe, will easily go to $50 when it gets on Coinbase. I think if Ethereum Classic goes on Coinbase by itself, it will easily go to $50 in my opinion. If it goes on with some other things, I think it still can get there. It definitely has a path to it, but we would have to be more in the midst of a bull run, I think, for it to go up if it got on Coinbase with other projects as well. But I think Coinbase is kind of holding out to wait for those bullish signals to put the projects on its platform. So I do like Ethereum Classic. I think if we can get on a bull run, you're going to see the most gains the quickest with Ethereum Classic or whatever else gets added on Coinbase. So coming in at number 3, I have Neo. Neo was down to $27, guys. $27. Mind-blowingly discounted prices. And I wanted to buy some more Neo. I ended up investing in Ontology instead. I think these two are a little connected at the hip. And by that I mean they're both going to be successful. But I do think that Neo is one that is going to rise quite a bit over the next 6 months to a year. And I think that Neo, just from the fact that it was such a bargain-based price at $27, it almost has no place to go, kind of like Nano. The project is just too valuable. The Net 5 tokens coming out are too good, showing the value of the platform. Neo is actually also getting ready to come out with a new version of the Neon wallet, which a lot of people are super pumped about. So I think when that happens, maybe we'll see some more gains. Neo is really good about giving rewards to its community through airdrops, or those that hold Neo and Ontology and some of the other tokens that are on the platform. And there's just a lot of excitement about it overall. I believe ultimately Neo is going to settle in the top 3 with Ethereum and Bitcoin before it's all over. Okay, so number 2, Vechain Thor. Huge fan of Vechain. And full disclosure, I don't own any. So I don't own any. I like the positions I have and what I have, but I'm not shilling this to you because I think that it's going to make me money. I just believe that Vechain is such a solid project. It's $2.58 right now. They just released their mainnet. Had a little bit of a spike and has came down just a little bit in US dollar value since they did that. But supposedly the mainnet launch went pretty well. Right now, I believe only enterprises and businesses are kind of able to use it. Eventually, it's going to be where I think everybody can use it. Or that's at least a rumor that I'm hearing. I don't have that for 100% confirmed. But Vechain is such a great project. I believe it's going to blow Tron and EOS out the door. I think it's going to settle up in the top 10 before you know it. So my number 1 pick for this month is Bitcoin. I think that Bitcoin has bottomed out, or if it hasn't, it's very, 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 very close to bottoming out. And there's a lot of things that kind of suggest that it's not going to get lower, even if the charts kind of suggest that. And I think the future is very bright for Bitcoin. I believe July is the month that we will finally see whether we've hit it or we're about to hit it, the bottom, and things going up. But since personally, I believe that we're going to see Bitcoin rise considerably and people FOMO into Bitcoin before we have our next alt season, then it makes sense for me to tell you guys that I think Bitcoin is the best investment right now. Long-term prospects of it are incredible. You've got people talking about in Venezuela with their economic crisis. There's, I think it's called the Pale Blue Foundation is going in, and they're trying to save the economy with Bitcoin. And if that happens, or the prospects of that begin, then you're really going to look at, I think, the price of Bitcoin going up because it's just so valuable. Constantly getting great news out of the SEC about cryptocurrency. And it's almost like all systems are a go. Let's fire off. Let's hit this moon. Let's do it. So we went to the moon in the 50s. Now it's time to go to the moon in the 2010s. And let's see if we can get there riding that Bitcoin rocket. But everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget to enter our $500 Bitcoin giveaway. 8 winners on that. Like this video, comment on this video, like and comment on every video between now and the end of next month. You guys are probably going to get sick of me saying that over the next 2 months, but very excited to do this giveaway and give back to our community because you guys have been so great to us. So make sure you're a subscriber, smash the like button for us, and until next time, this has been BitBoy Crypto.